Hello and welcome back. I'm Randy Newbert from VoodooFX. In today's video, we'll be doing a model kit review. So let's get started. Okay guys, we're back here today with another model kit review. And in this review, this is kind of a continuation of the towers that were available for the Death Star towers. And these are the bases that you can get now for these tower models, or for this purpose, any kind of Star Wars display model that you want to put up for display with a nice base to put it on top of. So I'm going to start off with first with the smaller version. And in the smaller version right here, this one comes in a 5.5 inch by 5.5 inch square. And it has some of the Death Star looking, greeblies and graphics on the top of it to kind of simulate the look of the Death Star base, or what we want to call the Death Star surface. And again, these ones are set up for the smaller. These are the grid models for the towers that are under construction, and I'm going to show you that really quick here. And again, let me refrain back to this. So here is the actual, this is the actual model. These are going to be coming in a cast version. These are these are cast model bases. And again, you can take a look. You can see the inside of this thing, nice and smooth inside. Even probably enough room for some small electronics in there. But again, a great looking little small 5.5 inch by 5.5 inch base. And this would fit any kind of Star Wars model. But I will show you what it looks like for the under construction tower as well. And again, these are brought to us today by Dream Studios. And we'll have some of their information there in the background. So this is the smaller base. And then what it also comes with in here is some small, fine grid pieces that come in this base kit. Let me try to see if I can get that back in there. You can see a little bit better, maybe against some kind of background. But these are all laser cut. And these are to go inside of the base that you see that I just showed you. Here's another piece. And there's one larger square, one smaller square. And then there's a couple little small ladder sections that are right here. And I'll show you right now where these ones actually go onto the base. So those come along with the small version. And then I'm going to go ahead and let me just show you what it looks like. And this one's mocked up and painted. And in this version here, again, you can see this is where those gridded pieces I just showed you are able to fit. The one square here, the smaller square there, and the two looking ladder pieces here. But that's what it kind of looks like. And this is what it looks like, a little bit painted up. Now these are exactly set up and cut out for the under construction small towers. And I'm going to show you that right now. And I've showed it to you before in the other video, but I just wanted to kind of reiterate it here and show you what it looks like actually on the base itself. And again, this is like a great looking, if you're looking for that standalone Death Star surface under construction, this just looks great together. And again, if you have a smaller Star Wars models, maybe even like a small Hot Wheels or die cast, the smaller versions of those models like the X-Wing, the Falcon, the TIE, they would look great just standing on one of these bases alone. And again, without me breaking this here. So that's how it looks, just kind of when it's on the model, standing up. Let's see if I can do it without it falling off, which I can't. But that's kind of what it looks like. And I'll take a couple of stills of this already put together. So that is the small mini base that goes with the small under construction tower setup. And I'm just going to put this behind. Now, let's move on to the next one. And this next one is a large version of the base. This is about a 7 7/8 or almost 8-inch by 8-inch square. Again, it has that Death Star surface look to it. And this is modeled off some of the originals, and then Dream Studios did some of their own fabrication of some of the details on their own as well, to kind of give it a nice little look. Now, this one isn't painted up, but again, I think you can get an idea of what this would look like painted. And again, it has this big square opening in the middle, and this is set up for, again, one of the tower setups, which I'm going to show you. It's the 2-tier tower set, and again, highly detailed, has a great looking symmetry to it. Really looks good. It's got some vents, some little grids, some little knobby things on it here and there, little parts in there. But again, this painted up and weathered and detailed would just look awesome in any kind of Star Wars model. Again, this is a larger version. These are coming as a cast version, so you can get these and order these ready to go. And then all you do is get it, clean it up, paint it, and it's ready to rock. If you look inside here too, plenty of room for some electronics in there. Get a little battery pack in there, and you could actually mount your model on here and have it all lit up. So anyway, let me show it to you on the what it's really originally designed for. And what this is set up for is this tower assembly. Let me see if I'm going to actually just hold on to this so I don't drop everything at once here. But this is kind of what it looks like with the turret set up on it. I'm going to kind of spin it around there. Maybe that'll kind of give a little bit better idea. But that's what it looks like with the, and then again, I'm just holding this thing kind of loosely in place. But that is what it looks like with the tower, the gun turret on it. And again, if you can imagine this all painted up with this turret in place, I mean, this is just an awesome standalone model, just the way it sits. And yeah, I mean, these are great looking models, great looking bases for any kind of Star Wars model. And again, this goes with the 2-tier gun turret that is also available from them direct. And they come as castings. So again, kind of cool. But I also want to just mention this just before I end this video is, again, with this 8-inch model, it's got a square cutout here on the bottom. You could put any kind of Star Wars model on this base and really get some nice looking results. And it's a good, strong, and sturdy base, and you can mount pretty much anything. Now, I have a X-Wing here that's an AMT X-Wing that I built some years back. This was a display model that I had here in the shop itself. And anyway, I wanted just to kind of show you, and I'm gonna I think I'm gonna put a few pictures together and kind of give you an idea of what it would look like with this pretty, good, larger scale X-Wing on top of this trench base. So anyway, so let me switch videos and let me show that to you. Okay, so here we go. This is the AMT X-Wing that I built up quite some years ago. But this just to give you an idea of what this model would look like on this base. And I'll tell you, it looks great. I think I'm going to have to pick up a couple of these bases for myself, just because, again, I have some other Star Wars models that are all within this scale. And I think these bases would just make a great looking companion for these models. So yeah, this is kind of what it looks like. Let me see if I can spin it around at a couple different angles here. But I think you get the idea. Now, I have this mounted on a small little clear acrylic stand. But if you can imagine with just one rod coming out of this and this base painted, this would just look dynamite on again, any kind of Star Wars model. This thing would just be looking great. So let me see if I can let me zoom in a little bit here. Kind of give you a little bit better idea. But yeah, so that's kind of what it looks like. So these are kind of like a very universal style base for any Star Wars model. And again, they're available at Dream Studios, and they are cast bases. So anyway, let me switch modes here, and let me try to wrap this video up and get this thing posted. So hold tight. Okay, guys, to wrap up this video, so again, here is the Star Wars Universal base kits. Again, they're available in 2 different size variations. And again, a great companion piece for any Star Wars model. And again, these are available at Dream Studios. And I guess I probably said that probably a bunch of times, but I just want to make sure that I acknowledge the designer, and because he was nice enough to give this out for reviews for us to show off to everybody and let them take a look at them. So anyway, again, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so at this time. And again, thanks for your support, and we'll see you on the next video.